G'day OWFsquad, welcome back to another Thursday trip report. I'm at Delhi's Indira Gandhi International Airport, and today I'm flying British Airways 7878 to London Heathrow. As you can see, I'm already airside because I just flew in from Australia with Qantas. So bags have been checked through and I got my boarding passes in Australia. So I got off my Qantas plane, went through the transit area, gone through security, and now in the airside. So I'm just at the transfer desk area at Delhi Airport for the BA staff to show up to verify my documents. The very kind Qantas cabin crew from my previous flight from Adelaide saw me waiting here and he decided to give me a bottle of water from his carry-on. If you want to watch my trip report on Qantas from Adelaide to New Delhi, you can find it through the link in the description down below. So currently we're in Terminal 3. This is the newest terminal in this airport. It opened in 2010. No one world airline operates a lounge at Delhi Airport. When flying BA, eligible frequent flyers, Club World and first class customers can use the Plaza Premium lounge. Today I have access with my One World Sapphire status. So earlier today I flew in from Australia. It's winter down under, only 5 degrees. So when I got off the plane here in New Delhi, it's 40 degrees. I was sweating my ass off in my winter clothes. There are two things I need right now, a coat hook and a cold shower. So this Plaza Premium lounge does have a few shower rooms. You'll need to pop into the reception and ask for a key. Amenity wise, they got everything here, including dental kit, a comb and a mini bottle of face lotion. There's a charging point here, you'll just need to unplug the hairdryer. The socket, by the way, is universal, so you don't need an adapter. The shower itself is quite spacious, which I really like. The shower head isn't portable and it's situated quite high up on the wall, so it's almost like a rain shower. Also on the same wall you have shampoo and body gel dispenser. So overall it's a very cozy shower room. The only two things I don't like is the gap between the door and the floor, and it feels like a steam room here even after a cold shower. For food and beverages, there's a buffet here and also a bar. I'm getting myself a plate of Thai green curry with rice. It's really good. The Wi-Fi disconnects every time when you put down your phone, so I gave up and decided to read my book instead. The lounge was so busy, it was running out of oxygen, so I just figured, why don't I just go to the gate lounge now? See, so spacious here. So I just got to our boarding gate today, gate number 9, and that's our aircraft tonight and tomorrow morning to London Heathrow. It's a 3-year-old British Airways Boeing 787-8 Golf Zulu Bravo Juliet Mike. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thanks, bye-bye. Just before you step foot into the jet bridge, they do a random security check. Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Yeah, good.
Make us over like a right turn.
Thank you. Welcome on board British Airways 787. This is Club World or business class. I just flew this from Singapore to Sydney, Australia. A true report will follow soon, so make sure that you've subscribed and click the bell button. We just walked past World Traveller Plus and now we're in World Traveller or economy class. Here's my seat today, 26K, a window seat on the last row of the first economy cabin. This is a rather tiny economy cabin, only 7 rows. Now let's quickly go through the seat features. Every seat comes with a touchscreen TV, there's a USB port, and then this is a TV remote. Your tray table can be folded in half and you can also move it back and forth. I love how the table here is curved for my big belly. Here's your seat pocket and there's another extra pouch for a little bit more storage. And between every 2 seats you'll find a universal power socket underneath. Legroom here is pretty decent. According to Seat Guru it's 31 inches, but I don't like this entertainment box at all. Your World Traveller seat comes with a headrest. You can move it up and down, but you can't adjust the sides. I'm gonna try to recline now. It's actually a very good seat. Legroom is good too. Really, it's just the entertainment box that's the downside. And importantly, for aviation geeks, your wing view from 22K is pretty good. The things that the crew have prepared for you on your seat is a earphone, a very cheap pillow, and a blanket.
We are just about to say doors are closed and we should be pushing back within the next few minutes. Taking off towards the east here in Delhi, right-hand turn after takeoff and we set course climbing up to 36,000 feet initially for our flight to London. Good flying conditions en route, as always please if you could keep an eye on the seatbelts on tonight's flight, but we are expecting to be mostly smooth. Weather for London is forecast to be fine and dry with a temperature of 16 degrees Celsius. So, almost ready, should be going back very shortly, and the flight time 9 hours and 15 minutes to London.
The United 787 is heading for Chicago, and the Air India 777 is going to San Francisco.
Specific to this aircraft type, such as the brace position and location and operation of the doors. In the event of an emergency, low-level lighting will guide you to an exit. All exits are clearly marked and are being pointed out to you now. Laptops must be switched off and stowed in your luggage for takeoff and landing. Take care your device does not get lost.
Our flight to Heathrow tonight is completely full, not a single seat left in business, premium economy or economy. On the Dreamliner, cabin crew have the ability to slowly light up their cabin, and they're doing so in premium economy class, but down in economy, they just went from 0 to 100% brightness within a second. For your in-flight entertainment, there's no Wi-Fi on all BA 787-8 at the moment. There's no in-flight magazines either, so you're stuck with your TV content. There's a good selection of new movies to choose from. There are also 6 Hindi movies to choose from, which is not a lot, but at least that's something for a flight from India to London. The crew started distributing special meals after takeoff, and then they went for the normal meal. The first meal for this flight is just a refreshment.
Chicken, please.
Thank you. The crew just went chicken or vegetarian. I would appreciate if the crew could be a bit more descriptive and say whether it's noodles, rice, pasta, or in this case, it's a sandwich. It looks like vomit, but it tastes okay. Now, I don't think it was necessary for them to include plastic cutlery because everything was finger food. After that, the cabin crew continued with complimentary drinks. You get free wine, beer, coffee, tea, juice, and soft drinks.
Sparkling water, please.
So for drinks, I just opted for a glass of sparkling water. There's also a dairy milk chocolate bar in the food bag. It's way better than the sandwich. I find it interesting how British Airways has a different uniform for Indian base crew. They wear sari. After the first meal service, it was time to sleep. I slept pretty much right away because previously I had a 12-hour flight, I didn't sleep, and then a 7-hour transit, I didn't sleep as well. I slept for about 5 hours straight, with about 2.5 hours to go. And when I looked on my site, I noticed how the sun has already risen. However, the crew locked the window brightness, so I can't show you how really beautiful it is. A quick lavatory tour. The lavatory looks quite messy, and look at the piss on the floor. You have extra toilet rolls and antiseptic wipes. Paper cups also available if you want to brush your teeth. On the door, you'll find 2 coat hooks. Snacks are available for grab in the back galley. You have sweets like the Walker's shortbreads and savoury like crisps. It's so good, I really should have gotten a cup of tea with this. Now we've got about an hour and a half to go until we reach London Heathrow. The crew began the breakfast service. So the second meal, breakfast, is a full meal. Again, the crew just said chicken or vegetarian again, so really I had no idea what they're gonna serve. I went for the chicken option, and they're actually referring to chicken sausage. Along with the sausage, they say omelette, tomato and potatoes, a little bowl of fruits, a strawberry yogurt, croissant, jam and butter, chocolate cupcake, a bottle of water, and for the drink of choice, I went for a cup of tea. It's the blandest omelette and sausage I've ever had, and I actually thought I got COVID.
Just to the north of Brussels, I stand on the left-hand side of the aircraft, cruising towards Ostend and on the coast. And when we cross the coast, we'll be starting our descent for London. And the routing after that takes us just north of the River Thames towards the city, and then straight across London, landing towards the west at Heathrow. All of that should take about 40 minutes, so as long as there's no significant holding into Heathrow, we should have you on the ground. 40 minutes time, that's 7 o'clock local time. So currently the time is 20 past 6, expecting to land, air traffic control permitting, at 7 o'clock local time. It's a nice morning. The temperature dropped quite a lot overnight. It's now starting to rise again slowly. Currently 8 degrees Celsius in London. Got the crew 40 minutes time, 40 minutes.
Return to your seat and make sure that all your personal belongings are safely tucked away in the overhead locker or under the seat in front of you. Customers sitting in the front row seat in an emergency exit row or in our front cabin should place all items in the overhead lockers, either the floor area or your seat completely clear. Please also return your video screen to its original position. You check your table is folded away, your seat is in the mounted position with the armrest down, your footrest has been stowed and your seatbelt is securely fastened.
स्क्रीन को उनके निर्धारित स्थान पर वापस पहुंचा दें। कृपया जांचें कि आपकी ट्रे टेबल और फुट रेस्ट बंद हो, आपकी सीट की पीठ सीधी हो और कुर्सी की बांह नीचे हो और आपकी कुर्सी की पेटी बंधी हुई हो। अगर आप खिड़की के पास बैठे हो तो आपकी खिड़की के कंट्रोल लैंडिंग के लिए क्लियर स्थिति में होने चाहिए।
We're about to start our descent into London Heathrow, so let's quickly conclude this trip report with BA right here, right now. So my journey with BA today started in the Plaza Premium lounge. The lounge itself is quite good, great food offering, pretty decent shower, but it was so crowded. I really hope that One World could have a lounge there. Prior to this flight on British Airways, I've only ever done long haul club work with them, never ever done World Traveller, so I was quite keen to find out what their long haul economy product was like. When I sat down at 26k, I noticed how hot the cabin was, but that was New Delhi for you. But then also noticed how comfortable the seat was despite the 333 configuration. The legroom was quite good, definitely more than the 12-hour flight I had with Qantas, and the recline was very generous. I actually slept so well. For a 9-hour flight, I thought the food portion was just alright, a light meal after takeoff, which was about 2 AM, and a full breakfast before landing at around London time 5 AM. The breakfast, however, was quite disappointing. In fact, it was a poor meal. The portion was quite substantial. I really enjoyed eating the strawberry yogurt, but then everything else was really average. The croissant tasted more like a white bread than a croissant. The egg and sausage tasted so bland, and the cupcake was so dry. Anyway, if you're craving for more food between the meal services, you can go to the back galley for snacks. The cabin crew on our flight were friendly and nice. Despite the very full flight, they were really fast with their service, which is very much appreciated on an overnight flight. But I also appreciate if they could just be a bit more descriptive with the food options. So that's it for the conclusion today. For your information, if you're looking to fly British Airways World Traveller from New Delhi to London Heathrow return, you're looking to pay around 72,327 Indian rupee. Thank you guys so much for watching this trip report. I really hope that you enjoyed watching this. Now please enjoy the approach and landing into London Heathrow Airport. A very short vlog of me doing nothing in London will follow after disembarking. Enjoy, bye.
on your handheld electronic devices. For your journey Heathrow, please follow the yellow signs to arrivals. If you are connecting onto another flight from Heathrow today, please check the information screen on your departing gate number. And if this is not yet displayed, please follow the purple signs for flight connections. If you require any assistance here in London, please speak to our colleagues who will be happy to help you. And for those of our customers who have ordered special assistance to leave the aircraft today, would you please remain seated until the aisle around you is clear, and our crew will be on hand to assist you. On behalf of us all on board and British Airways, we'd like to thank you for choosing to fly with us today, and we look forward to seeing you again very soon. Thank you and a very good morning.
नमस्कार, आप सभी का लंदन के हीथ्रो अंतर्राष्ट्रीय हवाई के टर्मिनल 5 पर हार्दिक स्वागत है। यहाँ का स्थानीय समय सुबह के 7 बज रहे हैं। जब तक कुर्सी की पेटी बांधने के संकेत बुझा न दिए जाएं, कृपया अपनी कुर्सी पर ही बैठे रहें। कुर्सी की पेटी के संकेत बुझने के बाद ऊपर वाले लॉकर खोलते समय सावधानी बरतें, ताकि सामान गिरकर किसी को चोट न पहुंचाए। अब आप अपने मोबाइल टेलीफोन और डेटा सर्विसेज का प्रयोग कर सकते हैं। यदि आपकी यात्रा हीथ्रो पर ही समाप्त हो रही है, तो कृपया अराइवल्स गेट के लिए पीले चिन्हों का पालन करें। अगर आपकी हीथ्रो से कनेक्टिंग उड़ान है, तो अपने डिपार्टिंग गेट की संख्या जानने के लिए इंफॉर्मेशन स्क्रीन जांच लें। अगर ये जानकारी स्क्रीन पर नहीं दी गई है, तो फ्लाइट कनेक्शंस के लिए बैंगनी चिन्हों का पालन करें। कुर्सी की पेटी के संकेत पूछने के बाद कृपया अपनी सीट पर ही बैठे रहें और ऊपर वाले लॉकर से सामान निकालने की कोशिश ना करें। अगर आपको सहायता की जरूरत हो, तो किसी भी विमान सेवा से संपर्क करें। यदि आपने लंदन उतरने पर किसी खास प्रकार की सहायता की मांग की हो, तो आइल एरिया खाली होने तक अपनी कुर्सी पर ही बैठे रहें, जिसके बाद हमारे विमान सेवक आपकी मदद कर सकेंगे। ब्रिटिश एयरवेज में सभी की ओर से हम आपके आभारी हैं और आपको जल्द ही फिर मिलने की उम्मीद करते हैं। तब तक के लिए धन्यवाद और नमस्कार।
Taxiway fast to become available. There's an aircraft on there at the moment, should be pushing back very shortly. We're just trying to get some exact information, but hopefully not too much longer. We'll have the aircraft marked and you disembarking as soon as we possibly can. In the meantime, if you could remain in your seats, please put your seatbelts fastened. Thank you.
I flew Qatar A380 earlier this year from Doha to London Heathrow. You can check out the video link through the description down below.
Take care.
Thank
Bye
you.
now. Okay, you're welcome. Take care now. Bye-bye.
Bye. See ya.
Goodbye.
Sorry? Nah, I do. I travel. Yeah. Very good. Oh, hello. Bonjour. Say it again.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Boston. For your safety, please remain seated with your seatbelt fastened and your cabin baggage stowed until the seatbelt sign has been turned off.